Thank you for watching the Shakaama live show with your host, Shakaama. I'm not ignoring people. It's just that I'm going through legal problems with Google and YouTube and some music people. But enough about that. Let's talk about Dr. Cosby. In an exclusive with CNN, they have acquired the email of the former district attorney, the DA, that refused to prosecute Dr. Cosby. Why did he fail or refuse to prosecute Dr. Cosby? Because he did not have any evidence. They have an email stating this, that not only did he not have evidence, but he made an agreement that he would not prosecute at all in lieu of Dr. Cosby pleading the fifth in the civil trial. So here's the deal. He said, we will never prosecute you in criminal trial if you agree to waive your Fifth Amendment right, which is not to say anything that might incriminate yourself, in the civil trial. And they ordered the civil trial sealed when the lesbian and Dr. Cosby settled out of court, which is also private. The judge in that trial unsealed it, which is, by all intents and purposes, illegal. He did this for personal reasons. He's coming out with a book, so he did that to boost his book sales. All of this is a bunch of poop, right? Everybody acting in this is a bunch of poop. All of these women have books coming out. The judge has a book. Who is this? Beverly Johnson book? Who's the druggie? The famous druggie? The other one? I can't see her. Oh, there she is. Book deal. All of these people have book deals. Everybody. And the prosecutor, Gloria Allred, is a well-known CIA operative. Now, I say that and people look at me like I'm strange. She's a well-known, very famous CIA operative. You can go look her up right here on YouTube. You can see the entire story about who she actually is. Lately, she has been trying to prosecute black men, rich black men, to fleece them of money because they get a percentage. Now, it's supposed to be something like 15, 20%. She's taking like 30, 40, 50% of the people's money. I mean, if they agree to it, who cares? I mean, she's saying without her, they wouldn't get anything. And she's probably right. Now, the email squarely states that the former DA made an agreement. Now, here's the kicker. This won't go to trial because if the new DA tries to really stick this accusation, he has no evidence, period. And this DA hates the former DA. This is what's going on, people. And Cosby's just in the middle of all of this stuff because he's the cash cow. And I still get people saying, oh, these women are poor victims. What are you talking about? I'm not going to do, well, I guess I'll have to do it. I will show you who these women are because apparently all you see is a human with breast and vagina, and you think, yeah, obviously Cosby did something to these women. Half of these are criminals. I'm not talking about they jaywalked. I'm talking about they're full-fledged criminals. And Gloria Allred trotted them out, taught them to cry 40 years later. One is from 1965. Any of you, do you have to research American history to learn how black people were treated in 1965? Even Cosby? I just read something about Eartha Kitt getting in trouble. Huh? She was just as famous and just as powerful. She was blacklisted for 20 years. Eartha Kitt, Catwoman. She's famous for the first black and white full-on, full-lip kiss in the history of television with Captain Kirk. And even she got in trouble. 1965, you can't be serious. And you can't take this seriously. They're saying that the judge is going to have to throw it out because they're going to trot the former DA into court, who's already agreed to come to court. and say, yes, I made this agreement. And not only did I make this agreement, I had the power to make this agreement, and there is already court precedent set that says I have the power and this is how it is done. All of this is procedural. They have no new evidence. The judge will have to throw it out. There is no double standard for black people, or rich black people for that matter. And everybody's saying, well, he's a rich black guy. He's going to get away with. No, this has nothing to do with this. This is a black man. At the end of the day, he's a black man. There is no double standard. I'm sure the lesbian thought so. I'm sure this DA's, this is all a big warfare between, I'm going to get my name. This is what this DA is doing. He's not going to win the case. It's not even going to go to trial. So all of this, I'm going to get my name in the papers, is for nothing. Because when the judge throws it out, he's going to have egg on his face. The former DA has already agreed to come in and testify. And they have the evidence of proof in the email saying that he had no evidence to prosecute. And that's why he didn't prosecute. And he was happy to make a deal with Dr. Cosby to say, I won't prosecute if you waive your Fifth Amendment right and speak in open court about whatever you want to say. And even in that, he did not admit any sort of guilt or anything like that. The whole admission part that he admitted to getting drugs was from 1970, 1965, where he said the woman asked him to get the Quaaludes. Now, did the general public know that if you took Quaaludes, you could go into a coma and die? No, they did not. I had somebody tell me that. Oh, well, you could get into a coma. That's something that they figured out later, and that's when they pulled it. Not when everybody in the club was on Quaaludes. Everybody wants to make Dr. Cosby out to be somebody special, somebody unique. No, he was a part of the crowd. Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., who's the mafia guy, the mafia singer, that guy. Hefner, everybody. He was a part of the crowd. He was part of the in crowd. Now he's having his black moment because now he's a black man. He's an evil black man. And they put him next to these women, all these lily white women. I see what, 2 black faces out of a sea of white women? And they're criminals. I'm going to do the video going into the background of these women. Now, I want you to apologize to me for coming onto my channel and saying I don't know what I'm talking about, and he's a rapist, and he's the scum of the earth. So many people have come out in his defense and said, look, this is a witch hunt. What don't you get? This is like the woman who's in love with the abuser. Well, you don't know him like I do. You all are saying, yes, the women said he was a rapist, so I'm going to go with the women. You're talking about a criminal. You're talking about a druggie. You're talking about women who have been involved in drive-by shootings. Do you think Gloria Allred could come into their life and say, listen, honey, if you stick with me, you're going to get the biggest payday of your life? And they not say, yes, I've already shown you. And we have evidence that more have come forward that said that they were approached to get paid to take out Dr. Cosby. And one of my videos is doing very well. The lady came forward and still, well, I don't believe this B. Why is she a B? I don't believe her. What's not to believe? But you believe these other 50 women whom I'm going to show you are criminals. And what more do you need if the DA says he had 0 evidence? And they have no new evidence. They have nothing new. This right now, this whole let's arrest Dr. Cosby is simply, do you know anything about a DA? Do you know that it's a political position? And their bread and water is prosecution numbers. That you're a number to them if you come in front of them. If you're a court case in front of them, you're a number. And they need as many numbers as they possibly can to keep running for office, to go for mayor, to go for governor, or whatever. It's amazing to me you all live in the United States, born in the United States, and foreigners know more about being an American citizen than you do. I'll get that other stuff coming. Thank you for posting this to me, but I can't show the videos because I'm still involved in this stupid legal battle. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show. Yes, I have to tread lightly on what I do and don't do. So a lot of my stuff is going to not have music, video, anything like that now.